congratulations, she did you wrong, you cut her off, you wasn't even sad, you didn't even cry, you're so strong, I'm proud of you. I wish I could say that, but I can't. Because maybe the reason why you can easily cut people off is not because you're strong. Quite the opposite. Maybe it's just a trauma response. Maybe it is easy to cut them off because you don't build strong relationships to people because of the reason to be able to cut them easily off. Hello everyone, my name is Maria. Welcome to my video. Let's start. We are all human, okay? It is completely okay that we are sad, that we cry over people. When I first thought about this situation, I was like, you know, if we would be able as people, as human, when it would be really easy to cut strong ties, trust me, most of us wouldn't have any family. When I look back, I was such a teenager. My mom, I would be homeless when I was 12. We all would trust me when I said that. Still, we should be forgiving. We should be like, you know, I'm also a human. We are all human, and that's so important to understand. And that leads me to my next point. We are all human, okay? And we also can be on the other side. No matter how much it hurts, and no matter how much you love that person, you can cut this person off. But are you perfect? When you cut everyone around you out because they did wrong to you, because they did a mistake, think of yourself, are you perfect? Because it is easy to stand on the other side and say, you know, you did me that, you did that, and I cut you off. But think of it, wouldn't be alone our whole life when everyone would cut us off when we do a mistake. People, everyone is acting like they're perfect. You are also not perfect. All these people do mistakes, you do mistakes too. So why are we acting like she did that mistake, I cut her off because I'm perfect and everyone around me also has to be perfect? Are you feeling offended when I say to you, you are acting like you're perfect? Wouldn't you? I bet 99% of you are sitting here and saying, no, I never thought of I'm perfect. Yeah, you never thought that. Why are you acting then like that? Why are you acting like you never do mistakes? Why can't you forgive people because you know that you're also doing mistakes? I can tell you about me, about my experience. A couple of weeks ago, I did such a big mistake. And till today, I'm like, how could I do that? And you know what I did? I did go to that person and I said, I'm sorry. I was genuinely sorry about that person. And I've learned, I was also one of these people in the past where I was like, you know, when she did that, I cut her off. But I do that myself because I'm also human. When this person do a mistake, and don't act like everything is okay and that's it. But when this person do a mistake and comes to you and say like, I'm genuinely sorry. Okay, I'm so sorry from my heart. I really like you. I really love you. Sorry, and I know I won't do that again. And when a person comes to me like that, and I say, you know, that's okay. You're human. I'm human. You can do mistakes. I also think like you should be forgiving, but not too much. Like this person needs to understand. Okay, one time I did a mistake, but the second time it's not a mistake anymore. This person won't accept me. This person, like when I do the same mistakes over and over again, I come to her, oh, I'm sorry. That's not genuinely being sorry. Genuinely being sorry is, you know, I did that mistake. In the future, I'm more careful. And when we come back to easily cutting people off is a trauma response. When you are easily can cut people off and this person is dead for you, you don't even cry over them and you're not even sad, that means that you don't even love that person, that you don't even like that person in any way, because we are human. And when we separate from people we like, when we separate from people we love, it is normal to be hurt. It is normal to cry nights in your bed. you know what is not normal? When you don't cry after that person. Because you are so hurt in the past, you were so hurt that now you build soft ties with people so you don't feel hurt when something like that happens ever again. You have the choice between two things. One, not having genuine ties with people, which will make you really alone. I also had that in my past. I felt so alone because not even with my family, I have so breakable ties with my parents, with my sisters. It makes you feel really lonely and really depressed. There is no trust in people. You always are afraid of people. You can, like I said, you can never trust them. I've noticed a pattern in my relationships, in my friendships, is that at first I would love that person. We would be hang out and stuff like that. But later on, I would start to lose interest in them. So much that at some point, I noticed in one friendship, I noticed how much I desensibilize myself. I cut down my emotions. Like, I shut them down completely towards that person. I've noticed that I was preparing myself into losing that person because I saw that as a threat to liking that person because I was afraid to be hurt. I was able to notice that I do that myself, that I sabotage myself. I start to build up my ties with my family. This realization that I am trying to not be hurt made me realize that I actually have so soft ties with people, that I have so breakable ties with people, that I start to like building these relationships up. People notice this pattern. Not consciously, they don't do that consciously, but subconsciously they are getting this energy of, you know, she don't like me that much anymore. They understand that there is not this closeness anymore, that there is not this heart bond anymore that is making us a friend. So over time they are leaving me. This leaving me comes from sabotaging myself and also give me the confirmation of everyone goes away. But that is not necessarily the case. Not everyone is always going. You know what happens? You know why they did go? Because I sabotaged myself, because I was pushing them away. And you need to understand this pattern in your friendships. In these people, most of the people around you don't go just because everyone is leaving. These people go because there are two things. One, your values change and you are just going separate ways. That's completely normal, and that's also not a trauma response. But when no one in your life, when no friendship holds with you, then there is a problem with you. And I don't say that to be like you're this bad and you're that bad. That's not the case. What I try to say to you is sometimes we are just sabotaging ourselves. Sometimes we are the person that has problems. We are the person which have like bad habits, like complaining, like gossiping. Sometimes we are the problem, and that's not something bad. That's something to work on. What I want you to do, and what I'm also doing, I will also do in the future, is finding the right balance of trust, of really strong relationship, and also the balance that there is a possibility that some things might happen and that these people also can go. You have to find the right balance, okay? You have to build strong relationship, you have to build trust, okay? But also don't set expectations in that person, okay? Don't expect that person to stay for your whole life. You have to trust that person. You have to be able to give them this closeness. You have to be able, and also like I said, look always at yourself, maybe you are the one who will go. Maybe one day you are the one who's saying, we have to go separate ways. Maybe you are someday the one who is doing the mistake. So this life is not about being happy the whole time. This life is finding happiness in every good and bad situation. You have to understand that with avoiding these bad situations, you are like killing yourself slowly. You are harming yourself, because yes, of course, what I mean to say is not just be careless and take your car and drive with 250 on a normal road. That's not what I say. Bad times when you are against a wall, you know what I mean. But what I mean say is that it can happen. It can happen that you are taking a car and you are tossing against a other car. This is something that can happen. You have to take the car and really drive properly with that car, and when something hits you or when you hit something, it is okay. It is not worth destroying yourself over it. What you are doing in your life is to stop driving with your car because you're afraid of hitting something. Like, you are locking yourself up in yourself. You are locking yourself up into your room because you are afraid to get hurt. There is so much in this world you can do, okay? It is so much. And when something happened, when an accident happened, you go home and cry over it. When I cry, I never say like, my life is so bad, everything goes wrong in my life, they always leave. No. It happens one time in the last 10 months, I guess. It was 6, 7, I don't know. But I don't say my life is bad. But I say, this happens. And I cry over it. It happens only one time when in the last 6, 7 months, when I say like, my life is so bad. It happens only one time, okay? And the other times, I just say like, some stuff just happens and that's life. I get over it. I get over so much things in my life. It's like, that's not even worth crying. Crying is as much as an emotion as being happy is. Anger is as much of an emotion as happiness is. And then you are thinking, what actually happened there? What is like going on? What can I do to solve this problem? What can I learn from that? Life is not about being happy all the time. Life is about accepting all good and bad things. I found happiness in that. When you accept bad times, you stop sabotaging yourself. Start to like, this happen, but I'm still building up good things in my life. I'm still finding joy in the good things that happen in my life. I still build really strong connections with the people around me, because I know when something bad happens, it just happens, and the good times I will have with these people will make me happy on the long term. I hope I could help. I hope you've learned something new. See you next video.